Okay, I think we're good. No.
Yes.
Hi, Internet.
Hello.
Oh God.
Bye.
You were having some trouble over there, huh?
Butterfingers. Let's just hope it stays with things that aren't breakable or spillable.
Please.
Yeah, we already had that
We
one a
already
little too
had
early
the
in the
one-
campaign.
The
you know.
one broken object in a campaign. We don't need more. That position has been filled.
Tiny dice everywhere.
I keep feeling like we're still gonna find tiny dice someday. We're gonna move the couch and it's gonna be 7 tiny dice under the couch. If you don't know what we're talking about, in I think the very first
Yeah.
one we played in, there was a knocking of a jar and it shattered all over the floor.
Oh, surprise.
So
And I, for some reason, can't help but keep far too many of these tiny dice with my regular dice, even though I probably really shouldn't. So those were everywhere.
yeah, it was really fun to clean up after the fact.
Yep.
Admit,
Hilariously fun.
yeah, tiny dice, broken glass. What's more fun?
I know, what could be more fun? Alright, well, welcome to River of Tueriesal. So, announcements. If you watched our Wednesday night DM chat, we announced that we are going to be changing the time of River of Tueriesal. This will be our last Friday night, 8 p.m. game. We're going to be moving to Sunday at either 10 or 11 a.m.
Question marks.
I'm leaning more towards 11-ish, but I don't know. We'll figure it out, maybe 10:30.
Compromise. It's fine.
So this will be our last Friday night DM chat. Friday night River of Tueriesal game. But we are continuing the game, so no worries for those of you who have been watching it and enjoying it. Also, we have 2 cats running out and about right now. You probably, if you've watched any of our previous streams, have heard them in a back bedroom slamming against a door and meowing really loudly.
Say hi to the internet.
So, if there
You're
are
famous now.
if there are weird honking noises, it's the cat. And if there is strange furry blurs or weirdness that happens, it's the cats. We're experimenting with letting them out during this. We'll see how long the experiment lasts. So yeah, those are our announcements. Oh, but next week we have Wednesday night DM chats with Carolyn.
I'm going to talk about designing dungeons.
Okay, and then we will have Susie will be running the Curse of Strahd Murder House. If you want to join in, Tony, you can.
We'll see.
Because I won't be here. And that's going to be a one-shot type thing as we're prepping up for being spoopy in October. So, and then Sunday, we'll have the first Sunday River of Tueriesal game. So next week, our schedule is going to be shifting and a little bit strange. Cyril has switched weeks, so it will not be the 22nd. It will return on the 29th and resume in every other week's schedule at that point. So yeah, I know that was a lot of announcements and news and yada 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 yada, and you don't care. But we're keeping you informed. And
Thanks for your patience.
And when we end the session, I will probably reiterate all of that as well. Just because I think it's important to share information. Yeah, that was a honk.
Don't even.
So we'll see how well having the cats out here goes. I think it's going to be fairly distracting, but tonight's game, we'll see. So as a recap for last game was fights. There were lots of fights happening. The group descended into the chamber of the corrupted heart and protected it while Winley did her atonement ritual. However, the ritual, something happened with the ritual, the characters aren't quite sure what, and Winley became consumed by flames and had to be killed. So our characters have returned to the temple and are sort of regrouping themselves, and we're discussing what they wanted to do. But since they didn't get a chance to actually look around the temple if they wanted to, we're going to resume at the temple. Because I know everyone was really tired when we ended last session, so that's where we're going to pick up. Back in the temple, you've come back up the staircase that was under the altar that Winley unlocked for you.
Can I take 30 and focus on the crystal that we found and try and focus on it?
What are you trying to do by focusing on it?
Seeing if I can get attuned to it or something, seeing if it's a magical implement of some sort.
Okay, so you're going to try and attune to it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can sit for 30 and try and do that.
Cool. Anyways,
Okay.
y'all have fun.
I guess I'll just start inspecting the various rooms to see if there's anything worthwhile aside from, books that are meant to be used as kindling.
Can I...
19 perception.
Okay. Did we... I know we leveled. Does that mean we go back to being base, or do we still have everything that we used last time around? Or is that your call?
It doesn't really matter at this point, to be honest with you guys,
Okay.
so don't worry about it. You can just count a long rest and get your stuff restored.
Okay.
I don't think it will be relevant this game, but,
Well, I was just thinking, because I think I used both my beast shapes last time. So, that's why I was asking. I would like to turn... I'm going to turn back into a large badger.
Okay. You're just going to be a badger perpetually the rest of this campaign.
I like badgers. Badger likes badgers. And I would like to see if I can't find any other hidden doors, trap doors in and amongst if there's the rubble or anything like that.
Okay.
Since that is not a smell check, that is I just want something that's close to the ground, and then that way I can also dig at things. Those badger claws. Oh hey, that is not terrible. But it's my perception bonus. 19.
Okay. So, between the two of you, you guys actually find the door to a separate room that's off to the side of the altar, something that you hadn't seen previously. It doesn't appear to be, locked or trapped or barricaded or anything that requires digging under it. It's also a stone floor, so not that would stop a badger.
Just badger claws under the door.
Okay.
So, open said door.
Okay. So as you walk in, it's a small room. It's pretty cramped. There's a lot of stuff shoved in it. You get the sense that this is Winley's room.
Mm-hmm.
There's old books. There's some furniture. There's a really messy bed. It kind of just... And it smells musky and almost a little bit rotten. There's all sorts of stuff everywhere to look at. It's packed.
Okay. I guess,
I'll take the floor.
yeah, systematically just start going through there. That's 7.
Okay. You are so, the smell takes you so off guard that you kind of have to take a second to be like, "Ooh, okay, we're doing this, okay."
Me even more so with my 8.
Okay, yeah, the smell is getting to you a little bit and you're kind of...
Sneezing.
Little bit.
I guess I'll take 10 because we're not really
Yeah.
in a hurry, which would come out to 14.
Okay. Let's say, if you roll me a d10.
Okay.
Stop sniffing your feet.
7.
Okay. 7 is your number. Alright.
7's only great if you're rolling it on a d8.
Alright, so as you're sort of looking around and getting your bearings a little bit, you notice above you there is, and it's sort of an arched ceiling, so it's not readily visible when you first walked in the room, but as you walk a little bit further in and you look up, there is an enormous hourglass, it's probably the size of Badger, that's suspended from the ceiling, and it keeps tilting and shifting in a pattern you can't quite figure out. And as you look a little bit closer at it, you realize that it's not sand in it. It looks like it's just a bunch of teeth.
Sniff, 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 sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Why?
Sniff, 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 sniff.
Why? Why teeth?
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Badger head pop up, ears up,
Point.
looks at you, looks at that. Can I determine what kind of teeth?
Yeah, make me a nature check.
11.
You're not really sure. It looks like a variety of teeth. Like, there are definitely some animal teeth in there, and there are some teeth you're not at all sure of. Maybe fish, maybe shark, maybe gator, something like that. You're not totally sure. It's a variety of teeth, so it's hard to identify them all.
But it all looks like animals?
You're not sure.
Oh, okay. But do they look like humanoid teeth, is what I'm getting
Some
at.
of them look like they could be, but they also look like they potentially could be like the molars of something else. There's nothing that screams humanoid, but you're not sure because the shifting of it makes it really hard to like watch one tooth and get a good look at any of them.
Okay. I kind of take a look at it and go back to sniffing around on the floor.
This is stupid. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Leans out the room. Ophelia?
Bit busy at the moment.
Possibly magical thing full of teeth that I would like you to look at.
One magical thing at a time, please. Thank you.
Please take a number and you will be dealt with accordingly. Alright, Badger, roll me a d10, Badger.
Oh God.
6.
Okay. So you, like, down on the ground, kind of under one of the bookshelves, you actually find a old, heavy book. It doesn't look like all of the other books, which sort of look like they've been ripped to shreds as kindling as well. This one looks like it looks kind of homemade. It's not really super sturdy. Alright, you need to stop. And it's hard to open with badger claws. There's it's like one of those teenage diary locks on it. It's basically a joke of a lock, but it's really hard for a badger claw to be able to manage to open it.
I scoot it out
Bat, 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 bat.
and then nuzzle it back towards Ezekiel. And bop it into your feet.
Bap, 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 bap. Smash, smash, smash.
Looks down, picks it up, pulls out one of his tools, and do I even need to roll to just
No.
pop the lock?
I mean, like, basically the second you put any kind of pressure on it, it's just like, bleh. It just like
Teenage
gives up.
diary.
Yeah, teenage diary locks were
We gave you
so sad.
We gave you a plastic key to make you feel safe.
Yeah, basically. But you look at it funny and it pops open. So yeah, it's real. So it opens pretty easily without you having to do a whole lot. And as you're looking through it, you see that the pages are just filled with sketches of what looks like. At first, you don't know who they're people. At first, you don't know, and then you see a sketch of Ivy, and then you see a sketch of Lila, the bartender, and Muriel, and beside them you see, basically there's a column that says cause of death, date of death, return, and there's a series of numbers tracking all of that.
It's like a log of everyone that's died, when, why, how much. When you say it's like cause of death, are we talking like there are multiple entries with cause of death?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it looks like this goes back probably about, it's basically they're dated summer, fall, those sorts of things.
Right.
But some of the people have 7 or 8 or 9 entries.
I'm just trying to understand if it was like a log of every person and their cause of death.
Yeah.
Or if it was like a hypothetical.
Yeah, it looks
The
like
first original cause, and then just hash marks for every time that they died.
it looks like you actually, when you look at Ivy's page, it actually has consumed by fire as her cause of death, and it says fall, which you assume is when it is now, and that this is being updated live time
right
with people's deaths and returns.
Yeah. Cursory glance just to see if we happen to be in there. I'm assuming.
Yeah, at the back of the book you actually do catch your own face in there.
I'm assuming the rest of the party as well, or it's just like we're in here. Any entries on us? It's just, or just like, oh look, it's us.
Yeah, it's basically just you see your face, and there's not even there's not even columns written in yet.
Yeah.
And they look they don't look as well done as the previous ones, and the paper is different. It's newer, so you can tell these are very fresh editions.
Yeah. Okay. Must have done it after we showed up, I guess. Probably after. Ophelia, are you done yet?
Please take a number.
The one time
Can
it
I-
feels like detect magic.
Can I, like, get up on a piece of furniture and start rooting around that way?
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Okay.
Are we
Roll another
playing?
D10.
Are we playing the excellent VR game of the cat knocks off all the
I would
things?
say, yeah, I'm just imagining there's just like stuff flying.
It's more like nose to ground, like moving stuff out of the way, not intending to like knock it over, but that's just what happens.
But that's what happens.
when you have like a
Giant badger.
giant badger crawling and doing shit. That's a 9.
So it's sort of tucked back. You hop up on the bed, and you're kind of messing around with the shelf above the bed, and there's just a bunch of like knickknacks and bottles and stuff that looks like honestly like garbage to you. But you do find a crate, like a little box, and as you're rooting around, you knock the lid off, and inside there's a smell of just rot. And as you look inside, you kind of get like it's really old baby clothes and baby toys that are just like moth-eaten and sort of musky from being in a area like this.
At this point, I just turn back into myself. I'll take it, and I'll start pulling out the clothes, being very gentle with them. Isn't one of the things in this world that no one is born?
Yeah. At least I think. Yeah.
Then why are there baby clothes?
Maybe someone was hopeful. Clearly haven't been used.
Or maybe they were. They're super old. Is there anything else in here? Like a name, a tag?
No, nothing that you can tell. There's nothing that identifies them as belonging to a particular person.
Tuck them back up nice and neat and find the cap and... This is one of those things I feel weird touching. This seems really private. I don't know what to do with that.
I figure until just keep looking
Yeah.
until
That's fine.
1.
Okay.
Oh God, it's eating my face.
So you're kind of
No,
like,
wait, that's my hand.
you're like trying really hard to not look at the hourglass full of teeth.
Yeah.
So you're like sort of looking at the walls very intently and not looking up. And you notice that there's like a pin board and all sorts of beetles are pinned to it, like a display case. And it's quite pretty from a distance. It's a rainbow of colors. They don't have anything identifying what they are or anything. And it's kind of like the closer you get, it's pretty crappily done. Like whoever did it did a pretty crappy job. But the intent was there.
She had a hobby apparently. Yep.
Alright, at this point I will say that you are done, and as far as you can tell, the item is not attuning to you.
Okay. Did I feel anything else?
You get the sense that it is magical, but that it doesn't it doesn't connect with a person in that way. It kind of feels like a, I don't know, like a very, it's still a very necromantic energy, but it doesn't feel dangerous like the crystals did, if that makes sense for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, you do not feel that you have attuned to the item or that it will let you do that.
Maybe I have to up your friendship level with some bullshit. Alright, I will put the crystal back in my pack. Alright, I'm done. What do you need?
I hit your stupid thing and was like, what are you doing back there, cat?
Anyways, I'm done. What do you need?
Yeah, just come in here and take a look at this.
Alright, so
He's concerned about the teeth.
Oh, now I'm intrigued. So Ophelia will trot on in and cast Detect Magic.
Okay, there doesn't actually appear to be a ton of magic in here.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever magic there was, it's fading very, very, very quickly.
Can I tell what's causing it to fade? Just age?
It seems like it was connected to Winley, and now that she's dead, as far as you can tell, it appears to be fading.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely a giant hourglass of teeth shifting in the ceiling above.
Can I try and figure out what kind of teeth are in there?
You can.
Let's see if my nature rolls are any better than yours. I didn't even do any practice rolls to get the bad rolls out. That's an 8.
You have no idea. Holy shit, there are teeth in an hourglass above you.
I'm more intrigued by this hourglass full of teeth. Like, what's suspending the hourglass? Is it magic?
It looks like it's ropes, actually. Like, it looks like it's basically just on a, like a pendulum type rope setup.
So it's basically just swinging back and forth.
It's sort of swinging back and forth.
And shuffling teeth inside of it.
And shuffling teeth. And it makes it almost like it almost sounds like rain. The sound of the teeth on the glass.
If you close your eyes, it almost sounds like rain. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I can see it.
There are so many easier ways. Why teeth?
You know, it might be the easiest resource available. Teeth from dead people, or dead animals, or whatever. Anyways, whatever magic's in here is not sustaining itself long, because since Winley's died, it feels like it's fading.
Uh-huh.
Well, can we continue to root around?
Yeah, I'll let you guys do one more look around.
Can I take 10 and just carefully hunt around for any sort of magical items these?
You can.
Okay.
I will tell you that there's not really anything that's super... The only thing that even has a faint aura that you can catch is the book that Zeke has had. I don't know what you did with it.
Probably would have just stored it in my stuff.
Okay.
Your bag is giving off a faint magical thing. What do you have in there?
I mean, lots of stuff, but
Let me rephrase that. What did you pick up recently?
My moonshine.
God.
pulls out the book. It looks like it's a log of every person who's come through here, cause of death, date of death.
Alright, I will open it up and flip through it, and I guess eventually come to that certain section. Do those pages feel any, like, magically different? Other than the fact that they look new, or...
No, they all sort of have a very fastly fading, sort of necromantic energy to them.
Okay.
That's connected to the world itself in a way.
Okay.
It reminds you a little bit of the crystals, but not as dangerous. But it's fading very, very, very quickly.
I wonder what happens when the magic fades on this. I wonder if everything inside of it just disappears, or what?
Well,
I stopped caring. I don't care.
back in the bag.
Okay.
One more cursory glance.
Yeah, sure.
Roll a d10 and look around. I think I rolled
10.
that already. Okay.
Roll a d10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zeke.
4.
Okay.
6. I think that one's already been rolled though.
Yeah, so roll again. Okay.
6 again.
7?
Also been
Seven's
rolled.
rolled. That's the hourglass.
I think at this
Alright.
point there's only 4,
2.
so...
2.
Okay.
2.
Alright, so you said a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you find a crown, but it's made of like humanoid hands fastened together into like a crown shape. And there's some dried flowers in it too.
Are they like bones?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So are we talking just like bones or mummified hands?
Like bones, like
Okay.
articulated skeleton. Skeletal hands that have been articulated into a shape of a crown.
Very definitively humanoid.
Very definitively.
With some dried flowers?
With some dried flowers. It does not appear to be magical at all. But hashtag aesthetics.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna put that on.
Alright.
Wears it immediately.
Zeke.
When Zeke turns around and sees that, it's like, why?
Why not? Hashtag aesthetic.
Oh,
It
alright.
doesn't do you justice. It really doesn't.
You're right, I need more bones.
I was thinking just go with a flower crown, but
So you got a 10.
Yeah.
So, as you're looking around, trying to sort of ignore Ophelia wearing bones, ignore the hourglass filled with teeth, you're just like, okay, bookshelf, bookshelf, bookshelf. Books are good. I like books. So you're looking at that, and as you're looking around, your eyes fall to, with great regret, in a jar that is overflowing with teeth.
Why teeth?
Oh, you found more?
Uh,
What kind of teeth are there?
You don't know. You're not. You're playing dress up.
No, I've already put it on!
They do appear to be a humanoid's teeth.
Oh, amazing, they look humanoid. That's great.
yeah. Zeke basically, when she asks, just like points and then just like, I'm done.
Hashtag
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Alright, and Badger, you said you got a 2? Okay, so you are sort of still poking around in the upper shelf area. Upper shelf as you can reach. Now that you're a dwarf again and not a giant badger. And you finally, you're out of the corner of your eye, you swear you see something moving and it's bugging you. And finally, you realize that there is something moving. And you find there's this like closed tube of this yellowish viscous fluid, and it's sealed with a cork, and inside is an eyeball that is most definitely watching you and following your movements.
I'll like peer at it, like move my hand to see if it follows my finger.
It doesn't follow your finger, it just
But,
keeps
like-
staring at you.
But if I like move away,
Yeah, it follows after you.
Is it only focusing on Badger?
It is at the moment.
Okay. Do I notice Badger doing this?
I'm probably being very like slow and like moving side to side to see if it follows me, and then like ducking down, getting back up on like my tippy toes. Huh. I'll grab it. I wonder if you belong to someone. Can I don't.
What'd you find?
I don't really have anything.
Sounds of pots and pans coming from outside as Zeke tries to figure out how to basically use the tools that he's got to essentially set up a still.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's time to replenish the supply.
There's not enough booze to deal with these teeth.
What you thinking about?
This eyeball.
What? Ooh, interesting.
But
Does it
look,
like?
it's looking at me.
It
Well-
sort of looks between the two of you.
See, it's looking.
Fascinating. Me.
I found it.
I mean, I just want to hold it. I'm gonna give it back. I have a crown. I'm already happy with this.
Why are you reaching up?
I'm on a bed.
She's standing on a bed, so maybe more like this high. Yeah,
Man, I'm sorry.
not this high.
I thought she was on a shelf up high.
No. Yeah, as someone who has been eye level with people when they're sitting and I'm standing, that is life.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm being rude. May I hold it for a brief moment? I will give it back, you weird hoarder.
Feels like it's magical. Well, I don't know, but maybe. Seems like
I'm
it
assuming
should
my
be
detect magic
because
has run out, so I'm
you
going to
know.
cast again.
Okay.
eyeballs don't just like move in liquid.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. Like, it didn't ping you until you have it in your hand. And then it pings as a necromancy magic.
Ooh, interesting. Like, what is the magic doing?
You feel like it is sort of keeping the eye alive. It does not appear to be fading.
Okay. Interesting. The one thing of magic in this room that is not appearing to fade.
I wonder if we can, like, figure out who it belongs to.
I'd almost be very curious to find that out myself, but then again, at the same time, I don't know if I really want the answer to that. She's gonna hand it back to you. Because whoever might be missing an eye might also be like, oh, thanks for returning my eye. Anyways, I'm going to kill you. Kamala, you're being real rude. You're real rude right now.
Like, Badger is fascinated by it.
Oh, the
Which is, like, she's fascinated by it, but also, like, distrustful of it. So it's one of those weird situations where where she's like, I should destroy it, but I won't. But I want to, but I'm not.
But I could.
But it could, but I won't.
Do you want me to put it in my bag and I'll hold on to it?
Nah.
Yes, let's shake Harold around a little bit more. I'm sure.
Just rotating
I'm
it.
sure
I'm not
that-
like.
He is not happy with being rotated.
Yes, please rotate the poor Harold around a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate it a lot.
I mean, the eyeball seems to be stationary, or is it just literally like?
It floats around.
Oh.
So, like, when you were doing the up-down thing, it was rising and...
Oh.
Be gentle with Harold.
Weird.
I've named it Harold.
Putting it in the bag.
Bye, Harold. It was
More
nice knowing
like
you.
taking out the bag, like moving stuff around to like securely tuck it in.
making a nice little home for Harold.
We shouldn't tell Zeke. Considering how much the teeth freaked him out.
Fair enough. Anyways, I will take off my bone crown and put it in my pouch. Friggin' aesthetic, man.
Also, I'll take a handful of teeth and put those in a bag.
Alright, let's make it extra weird then. That's fine.
And you two, if you need any spell components or anything, you can replenish them here.
Sure.
I mean, technically...
I haven't really been keeping track of spell components and what you need, so...
Technically, no?
Yeah.
Oh, technically, yes, I do. For Hex, I need the petrified eye of a newt, and Witch Bolt requires the twig from a tree that has been struck.
I mean,
lightning.
in all honesty, if it doesn't require something that's like expansive,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna. I personally wouldn't worry with it. That's just me.
Yep.
No! Hanks forever.
You're being so rude.
Howdy, cat.
Okay, so you guys finish sort of poking around the room and head out where Zeke is trying to put things together to distill alcohol of some sort. It
Do you
doesn't look like
require-
it's going super well,
Do you
but...
require any assistance?
No, I'm good.
My bone crown's gone if that's freaking you out.
Yay.
I put it away at least, so I'm not wearing it right now.
Why would you keep that?
Why not? Well, whatever. Anyways, do you want some help, yes or no?
I'm good.
Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna go try and figure out how to make dinner or something.
Are there any other rooms that we haven't explored fully?
Not that you can find.
Kamala hopped over the spot where I would poke her with my foot.
Can I go poke around outside, just in the immediate vicinity of the church?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Maybe like, I know there was obviously an underground passage that went down, but like anything else maybe around in the vicinity that maybe is a different kind of passage.
You kind of sniff around a little bit, and you get the sense that there used to be, but it looks like pretty much everything has been burned up, including a lot of the doorways and the supports for these. There are a couple of areas that are kind of caved in, where you can tell something used to be underground, but whatever it is just smooshed now.
I'm gonna dig it out. Maybe not right now. But are there any like tracks or anything else? Wildlife, people.
No, not in the city, not in the immediate vicinity of the temple.
Okay.
Come all went under your feet.
I know.
So traumatized, how dare you?
Okay. Then I guess I'll go back inside and see if either one of these two need help with anything.
How's dinner prep? How is my attempt at finding dinner prep going?
You guys are okay. Between what the stew that Winley made for you this morning, you guys managed to find in that area a little bit more, enough food to get you through the day.
Okay.
I suppose I should roll to see what my...
Roll for distillery construction. Go.
Wait. Never mind.
What would the modifier for that be?
I was just thinking,
I would assume it would be like a,
I need to do wisdom to see if you can figure it out.
Okay, 16.
Okay,
Because I've got proficiency with brewer's tools,
Yeah.
so...
yeah, you managed to get a little bit. It's, kind of paint thinner-ish, but it's definitely, it'll definitely refill your flask.
That'll do.
I can't believe you're just staying like this.
Floop.
You're welcome
She
for
is
the
a shoulder
adorableness, you guys. Internet
Flooping.
floopage, major floopage.
Majorflubage.tumblr.com. Can I also try... did Whitley have any alcohol? I forget.
You don't know.
Okay, can I
You
snoop
didn't
around?
look.
Can I snoop around to try and see if she had any alcohol in here?
Yeah, roll just a general investigation.
Actually, no, wait, I'm trading that.
You can't stay.
10!
Yeah, you find a bottle of what you think is alcohol. Looks like it's wine.
Alright, I will go out to Zeke and his distillery process and just be like, here, I found this.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
This will be brandy.
I don't know what that is, and you're welcome. I'll be leaving now.
Headbutt that.
Distills that too.
Can also help because knows how to use those.
Wait, you have brewer's tools?
Hi, I'm a dwarf. Let's be super racial about it, but that's where that comes from.
Oh, by the way,
forget
can I
I
borrow
have
your map? The map that we had of the area.
Hang on. Roots through his stuff. Not much to see on it, but...
Thank you. Since I have cartographer's tools, can I try and first make a copy of the map, and then sort of go through and update the map with additional the additional stuff that we've seen,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it'll take you a couple of minutes, but while dinner's cooking, you can copy the map and sort of add your updates to it
Yes.
that you want to add.
Don't go here full of death. This is stupid. Don't go here.
Where do we go from here?
Mm.
Well, the only options that we had were get on a boat and leave, or we could go back through that temple, or
Maybe I could sneak back in to go find what's-her-face. Maybe see if she knows anything about that jewel we found.
Muriel?
Yeah.
we could
I
go back
mean-
and talk to Muriel. That is an option
I
as
could
well.
be an animal and sneak in.
Yeah, but we...
I
It's
wouldn't-
still a trek. We should all...
Obviously,
have
we
to
would
go
all
back to
go with
Ashbury,
her, but we hang out at the outskirts, and she does whatever it is she needs to do. That is an option as well. Or the other option is we get in a boat and go upriver and go somewhere else. Which I think the next spot to go was the Blighted Peak. But since we don't have much direction, it makes more sense almost for us to go back.
Weren't we gonna go explore that tunnel?
Well, that's the only other
On the
way
way
we
back?
have to go back anyways.
See
Well, the
if-
safest option that does not involve getting our asses caught on fire, I guess.
Well, I mean, didn't we want to go back and explore it because now that we've did what we did, or whatever her face was, whatever it is she did with the heart thing.
Rip Winley, we loved you, beloved mother, and whatever else she was. That's all I
Right.
got right now.
Um,
We're so attached to our NPCs, y'all. So yes, we'll go back.
Badger doesn't get attached easily. I think because didn't we want to go back and see
Don't you do it!
cat jumping on the counter?
You
Make
guys-
a good decision, Lala.
You guys discuss.
No, she doesn't.
She did. She came back out.
You're not fast, idiot. So yes, we could go back through those tunnels and see what the corruptions thing that Winley attempted to see what that did to everything else in the surrounding area, because basically all the crystals themselves died. So if that temple's worth exploring, then I feel like we should, the tunnels are worth exploring. I feel we should go back.
That was the most ungraceful dismount I've ever seen in my life.
Glad we caught that on video. So yes, that would be my suggestion. We basically go back the way we came.
My bad. I pushed a button. That didn't happen.
Suddenly explosions.
Suddenly everything's on fire again.
Harley has a heckin' big concern
I
about that.
know, she does. I'm
She
sorry,
does.
baby.
I can see her snaggletooth from here.
You're gay.
My secret little nose was twitching like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Something made a noise and I didn't like it.
So yes, that would be my suggestion, is that we go back through those tunnels, see what this did, and again, like you suggested, go back into New Ashbury, and tell Muriel what we found, and see if we can't get ourselves back inside or whatever. But then again, if we don't go back inside, I don't fucking care.
Well, the thing is that if this heart is somehow controlling or is the reason for the corruption that's causing everyone to burst into glowy flames, if we are able to get her to maybe restore it, then maybe people will stop busting into flames. Totally did that in character too.
Very attractive. I appreciate that. Zeke, do you have any input?
We have a magic thing that seems to be tied to it, and there's only one person that we know of that knows anything about anything else. I think we should take these two things and put them together.
So back to
Like,
me,
do you mean like smash it in her head, or what?
No.
Oh, so we're not smashing people's faces in. Well, damn.
Not
I'm sure we'll probably
her.
be having to do that to get to her, but I wasn't really planning on using our one lead on trying to get out of here as a weapon.
Okay.
So
We should
Rest
probably
up.
rest up.
eat and then trek back through possible dangerous fires.
Tunnel first, then fire, but yes.
Don't we have to go through the fire to get to the tunnel?
That's on our way back to New Ashbury.
Right, that's what I meant.
Yeah, no, we go through tunnel first, and then come out and go into fire.
Yep.
Alright.
That was my understanding of it. Anyways, there's been a lot that's happened, and I forgot. DM clarification.
It's been like 3 days. Have you been getting into my stash?
No, I just have a shit memory.
Susie goes to look at her notes.
Cause
Yeah, no, we
Wait.
found a sign. We found a
Now
sign
I'm
for
confused.
old Ashbury. Woke up in a fire approaching from the forest. We fucking ran. You turned into
that's
a horse.
right, we went into the thing with the bones and then went in the tunnel to avoid the fire and then we came out. Got it.
Tunnel first, then fire.
Fuck.
Anyways. And that's what I was about ready to walk off to my doom. But anyways, enough of those fond memories. Dinner's ready. Nom nom.
What's we having tonight?
Same thing we had this morning. Whatever the fuck this stew is.
It's actually pretty tasty. I sit down and have a very large bowl.
Yeah, it's not bad. Alright, and you guys can rest here and head out in...
And have nightmares?
Yes, let's have nightmares.
Or possibly pleasant dreams.
Alright, let's get all the bad rolls out now.
Bzzz.
both of you now want to roll well? Alright, well, to be fair,
Oh no, a child is crying. Yep.
Oh no, it's the cry of attention.
All right.
15.
What is up with
We
you
have
guys
thin walls.
7s and 1s?
Okay. So you are, Zeke, you are standing on a dock, getting ready to board a boat. And your mother leans down and kisses your head and wishes you good luck.
Okay.
What are your feelings?
Probably apprehension and nervousness. I'm, at least to my head, this is when Zeke is actually very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably his first time going on a boat.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I don't want to go.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything particular about the dock or the boat?
I feel like it's like a trout, like an actual voyaging vessel, but not in like a super nice part of the docks, as it were. But
Okay. I feel ya.
17!
Okay. So your memory is, it's more a smell. So you smell kind of old leather and cigars, and all you can think of is your father.
Apparently it's a family theme tonight.
We'll see if we have a combo break. Make good decisions, Kamala.
No, make terrible decisions.
How do you feel about your father? I feel like I'm getting into psychiatry here.
Tell me about your father. Let's work out these issues you're having.
I feel sort of, I guess she feels sort of, ambivalent. She never liked the smell of cigars, and she never liked the smell of leather. So the combination of those two things together makes her think that it would have been something. It would have been a time when he had come home from the tannery by way of the bar or the tavern, and like he just reeks of that. And she hates that.
Are there any images?
No, because usually when he would come home that late, she was young when this happened, so she would have already been asleep, but just the smell is just enough occasionally to wake her up as he would like come in and like kiss her goodnight and leave again.
Alright, Badger.
12.
Okay, so you are, and just tell me if this one you already have, because I think some of these I didn't mark. So you are in the woods and you're approaching a wolf.
Nope.
Okay. Its teeth are bared, it's frightened and injured. And you are cautiously approaching it, and you can see there's already a pretty gnarly bite wound on your forearm.
Do I have access to my magic?
I don't know, do you?
Probably low level. So maybe it's maybe just having learned my skills, I can feel the magic on the tip of my fingers, and I'm trying to just touch it just briefly enough to cast the spell.
Okay, how do you feel?
Sympathetic. It was. Do I know how it was wounded?
You can't tell. It's in unless you know how it was injured. I'll throw it back at you.
Was coming. It came too close, and the farmers of the village were unsympathetic toward its plight. So, trying to heal it from their aggression.
Okay. How old are you?
Old enough. So, not too young. Maybe a couple years younger than I am now.
Okay. Okay, cool. So the night passes pretty uneventfully. And you all wake to the same world.
Damn! And you just wake up and you just hear Ophelia's, damn.
Yeah.
I was almost hoping against hope we would wake up not here.
Well, that explains how I got that.
Sounds like you had a lovely memory.
Well, I didn't remember until now.
Is there a scar on her arm?
Sure, if you want there to be.
I just remember we've had some where it's just like,
Yeah.
there's no mark there.
Yeah. Yeah, there appears
It's
to
an
be.
old scar.
Mm-hmm.
Probably very faint by this point.
Anyways, I guess we should rustle up ourselves some breakfast or something. And, get a move on. Or don't, I don't care. We'll just sit here and die. I'm very pleasant this morning, I'm sorry.
Yeah, here. Try some of this. Takes the brandy that has been distilling.
Oh my god, the last time I had something to drink, I almost threw up. Well, bottoms up. I'll take a small sip.
Okay, it's not bad.
What the fuck? Why do I actually like this? Damn.
I took what was in the bottle
Made
and
it
then I made it better.
Interesting.
Well, I suppose we should probably finish off the frickin' stuff.
Stew.
I was going for porridge, but then I didn't realize that was probably not the right term, and then, yeah.
It's fair. Words are hard.
Okay.
Yep.
There's enough for you guys to have breakfast.
Breakfast, scavenge for anything that we can use for travel supplies to top ourselves off for the trip back. And
Yeah,
then
you can top off your water skins and grab some. Like, there's some jerky and stuff that you can grab
Like
to take with you.
beans?
Yeah. Okay. And you make your way back to where you originally entered the town.
Shall we sing a song?
Yeah.
We were so excited the first time we sang.
Getting used to it.
let me think here. I was just the age of 16 when I first went on the drive. After 6 months hard labor, at home I did arrive. I courted with a pretty girl, 'twas her caused me to roam. Now I'm a river driver and I'm far away from home. I'll eat when I am hungry and I'll
Yeah,
drink
fair.
when I am dry.
Nothing, continue, sorry. I thought it was going to be a sad, depressing song and I was hoping to avoid that, but this is fine.
Get drunk whenever I'm ready, get sober by and by. And if this river don't drown me, it's down I'll mean to roam. For I'm a river driver and I'm far away from home. And
Oddly appropriate.
Golf club.
So as you head back in, it doesn't look like a ton has changed in these. You do notice that some of the, there's some loose stones. It looks like when you were dealing with the heart, there was some vibrations outside as well. So there are some loose stones and the path is a little rougher than you remember it being as far as just occasionally there are piles of rock that you have to skirt around or avoid.
Are the crystals moving like they were last time?
No, all of the crystals that you passed are clear and dark now. There's less light in here than there was. There's still some glowing moss that kind of lights your way.
So, I really kind of want to touch it to find out if something bad's gonna happen, like it said it was. Tell me how much of a good idea that is.
Maybe we test that when we're on the other side of the tunnels that we have to walk through?
Okay.
But yeah, as you make your way through, eventually you get to where some of the skeletons were, particularly the one that you wanted to touch the ring on. And you notice that the crystals that were on these bodies are shattered, and the bodies are more... They look like they've aged like 50 years. So rather than being somewhat identifiable as this is a, dwarf man, they're more skeletal now. They've definitely changed.
So do we can we easily find the body that had the ring on it?
You can. I mean, it was the only dwarf in the tunnel, so.
They have a relatively shorter skeletal structure.
Well, thank you for that, Professor. I really appreciate it.
Says the dwarf.
Yeah. Quick question. As we started to go in and realize that it was dark, I pull out the torch that had previously been ignited with the magic. It's just like, is it still going?
It will. It flares back to life when you pull it out.
Sweet.
Oh, I was almost hoping I could do finger guns again. That was fun.
I'm sure it'll need a top off at some point.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Excellent.
You can't see in the dark.
Dim
human.
eyes.
Sorry, I forget.
But yeah, so you make your way down that way. Eventually you do get by the dwarf skeleton.
I really think we ought to take it back to his boyfriend, lover, person.
Husband?
Yeah, that guy.
All right then. If you would like to go and grab it, please feel free to do so.
Yep, that's fine by me. Ezekiel starts scooching further away towards the entrance.
Ophelia will follow, thank you. Anyways, you have fun with that. We'll be over here if you need some support.
I reach in and grab it.
Okay.
Pull it off from fast.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay,
-5.
that's not terrible. Thank God.
I'm a druid who's trained in sleight of hand. What?
Stranger things have happened.
Bye.
Snatches the hand right off the skeleton.
I got it, guys! And?
I'm glad I wasn't actually rolling for anything, because I was a nat 20.
I saw
But
that 20.
I was just rolling to fuck with you.
Had two plans in
Yeah,
mind.
so
one
you
to fuck
go
you.
and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be sneaky, I'm gonna be stealthy. And you you grab the ring, but in the process you also rip off the finger, and so the finger flies and it knocks into another part of the body, which knocks off a bracelet that was on the other wrist, which then sends the skeleton sort of toppling over. So you guys just suddenly hear this boom.
This is why we can't have nice things.
But you have the ring.
Well, nothing bad happened.
It's still why we can't have nice things.
Let's go just in case there's a delay on any of this.
Nah, I'll pocket the ring.
Okay. What is everybody's passive perception?
14.
11.
13.
Okay. So as you are walking, you two, you notice that there's something different in one of the sections of the tunnel. It's near actually the beginning of the tunnel, where you first came in from the skeletal cave. And you realize now there's for you it really sticks out because it's like a seam. It's something that's clearly not natural built into the cave. And for you, it just sticks out because you notice that for you, because seeing is a little bit harder, even with the torch, you notice that the moss breaks around this point, and it's sort of, now that you're paying attention a little bit, or maybe it's changed, you're not sure, but you notice that it's a pretty clear outline of a door of some sort.
I'm sorry, why did we stop? What are you staring at?
Hang on. Starts pulling away some of the moss along the seam.
Okay, yeah, you definitely are uncovering the seams of a door that has been built into this cave to try and sort of blend in.
Ooh, secret passage. Detect magic.
Ah!
Detect magic bing. I found it! It's over there!
So you actually notice that there is some sort of like illusory magic that is fading very, very, very fast from in front of this door.
Oh ho ho. That's why I see tricky bastards.
Try and find a way to open it.
Okay, and just roll a general investigation.
Oh, a thievery check.
Probably not good enough. 8.
You kind of like, you see where it should be, but you can't quite get your fingers into the gap. It looks like maybe there's been some shifting in the cave and it's adjusted the door a little bit so that it's stuck kind of tight.
Would you
Can
like me to try?
Grab a dagger and try and wedge it and pop it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
May I try that first before you stab at the door?
Fine.
Give me just 2 seconds, please. Actually, no, don't give me 2. Give me, 45. What am I rolling?
Investigation to figure out how it opens.
Oh! That is an 18.
Okay, so you actually, as the magic is fading, you actually notice that there's a strange rock combination that doesn't look right. Especially now that the magic is fading, it looks very much like a doorknob disguised as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And you manage to find it. It's kind of a pain to open and twist it. It definitely feels like it's wedged.
Hold on, this is stupid. Hold on. Can I...
Holds up a dagger.
No. Can I try and, when it says... Is it kind of like that feeling when, the humidity with the door when it swells and you're like, oh shit, I have to push a little harder?
Yeah, it's basically the frame has shifted, so the door is no longer fitting how it was intended to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wedged a bit.
Alright, first of all, your dagger's not going to help. We need somebody a little bit stronger than me to open the door. So, good luck, Easy E. If you could just, ram the door. Here's the knob. It's,
17.
Okay, yeah. You sort of... And you kind of... It takes you a time or two of sort of putting your shoulder into it.
Does it open away from us or towards us?
It looks like it opens inwards.
Okay.
So you're able to...
That would have been awesome.
Oh, yeah. Bam! Bam!
Open.
Fuck. I was just loosening it up.
I was getting a mental image of, Zeke with just, 1 foot on the door frame. Just, oh!
Yeah, try pushing!
But yeah, you manage to, and even with, you feel like you hit it pretty solidly, it does open, but it doesn't boom!
Yeah.
It just sort of edges open.
So you see here how in this door frame, how it's the door is
Walking
one way
in.
and it's shifted because of the... Look, you're not even listening. This is...
I am. You're talking. My ears are open.
No, they're not. Anyways.
Okay. So as you walk in, it's very clearly some sort of humanoid-made path. It's carved.
I don't know where that sentence was going there for a minute.
It's carved.
It's some sort of
as
humanoid
a-
creature. What?
Welcome to the intestines. Fuck! Roll for acid damage. Yeah.
I have my armor on.
Don't set it on fire.
Oh god, the gallbladder. Close the door, close the door.
Clearly a humanoid-made pathway. I'm trying to avoid saying man-made and say humanoid-made for D&D. So. And it's... So far as you can see, it curves a lot. It kind of feels like a bit of a spiral. So as far as you can see, there's no crystals, there's no moss, there's no skeletons.
Is the curve going at an incline, decline?
It looks like it's going down.
Well, if we're really willing to go spelunking, we can follow this path.
How's my detect magic going?
It's kind of hard to tell because there's so much rock around you.
But within the context of the pathway.
Within where you can see, nothing is pinging you as magical.
Okay.
Beyond the rapidly
Yeah, and
fading
the magic
illusion
is
of magic.
mostly faded from the door.
Are you tired, Tiny Cat?
I know, I'm keeping my cats up late, y'all.
How dare you?
Mm-mm.
Despite the fact that one of them screams at the door. Anyways, we weren't talking about her.
On topic, on topic.
Yes. So, but yeah, as far as you can see where you are,
Mhm.
nothing is pinging you aside from the fading illusion magic of the door. But it is a very strange juxtaposition of the fairly natural cave hallways that you've been wandering through, and then this. It's strange.
Well, this is weird. Do you want to go down?
I mean, I feel like it's a yes just because I'm curious.
And as you guys sort of walk, as Badger, you walk in. Some torches on the sides light up, and then you detect a little bit of magic as they illuminate.
Well, damn. Where do people get these torches?
Zeke flips a coin. Let's go.
Don't worry, we have Nope, we're not telling you about Harold. Never mind.
What?
Nope, I'm not telling you about him. Them, I should say. I apologize. Anyways, let's keep going.
No. What?
It's just going to disgust you. I promise you that. It is just going to disgust you.
I'm kind of disturbed right now that apparently we have an extra member of the party that I don't know about.
Well, Harold's not really a member of the party because Harold really cannot participate. Harold's
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry I've ruined our pact. Do you want me to just go ahead and spill it out
I
right
mean,
now?
you might as well.
All
You
right,
fucked it up.
anyways.
You've ruined it. You gave it anxiety.
You ruined a perfectly good Zeke. So, anyways, remember that creepy room with the teeth and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, Badger found an eyeball floating in a canister. So we took it and I named it Harold.
You just took a pickled eyeball and gave it a name?
Yeah, why not?
Well, it's not just pickled.
I was going to leave this part out, but I mean, fair enough if you want to tell him.
It looks around.
It follows the movements. That's why Harold's living in a bag.
I can show you if you want.
I told you not to. I said if you don't want to look at it, you don't have to.
That's actually better than what I initially thought.
You're welcome, I guess. Anyways, that's why Harold's living in the bag. Harold's not actually an active member of the party. Harold's just sort of there, and I forgot about it.
So
Yeah,
Harold
them.
is pickled, disembodied,
But again, that's
active eyeball. Am
Again,
I
that's why-
understanding that right?
Well, I mean, I don't know where it goes. Who it belongs to. Currently, it's in my bag. Surrounded. Tucked away nice and neat.
I told you you didn't want to know, and we told you, and now I don't know how you feel, actually. I'll give you a minute to process this as we go.
You didn't bring some little undead sentient voodoo doll that's going to try and stab me, so I'll call this a win. Let's just keep going.
That was one time. How was that one time? Never mind. I don't remember. Anyways.
Now I'm concerned.
I am too. Sentient voodoo dolls. I feel like that rings a bell somewhere. Tip of my tongue. I'll remember
Ezekiel
it.
just starts walking that way. There's mutterings about freaking crowns. I put in romantic nut jobs.
I appreciate the compliment, and if you're trying to seduce me, it won't work. Anyways.
Just keeps walking, pretends that he didn't hear any of that.
Badger stops to ponder for a moment.
Don't stop too long. Come on.
I just... Never mind, that's an image I don't want.
Yep.
Keeps walking.
Right, so it sort of is a corkscrew type of pathway that keeps leading you down, and there are torches the whole way.
Well, I will keep outlook for traps.
Okay.
Because I'm so good at that.
Because you're totally rogue.
Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say that Zeke walks into the first trap because he's kind of distracted right now.
19!
Okay, yeah. Nothing looks like it's trapped, though you do notice that it does appear someone has been down here not too long ago.
Hold on. Hold the phone. I mean,
Ezekiel.
message
Something.
spell?
No, hold that message.
Emojis don't count.
What, you have some other disembodied active thing that you want to tell me about now?
No, I was just going to tell you that somebody's been down here recently.
Oh.
maybe that,
Huh.
maybe that's something important
Slightly important.
that I noticed.
Yep. No, that's actually fair.
Oh, don't do it.
Well
Stop.
spotted.
So maybe lower the voices, and we should be a little bit more on the quiet side.
Yeah, right back.
Just takes a questionable look in Batcher's direction. It's like, fair enough.
I rolled a 3 on my perception check.
How do they do those torches?
I am very distracted. But seriously though, how do they do these torches?
They reaches over and takes one out of its sconce. You can take one with you.
No, it's cool. I have dark vision. I just want to know how it works like that. Like,
You can take
You're a
one
magic
with you.
person.
fine.
You do the voodoo that makes the voodoo happen, right?
Go do that voodoo that you do so well. Yes.
Thank you for the lovely stretchy stretch. Thank you.
All right. I will shove the I will shove the torch in my bag.
Okay.
Does it? Okay.
I'm assuming that it's actually not a hot flame. It's just
Oh, it's not hot. So I'm just going to grab the ends of it. This is fascinating. I'm going to figure this out.
So you
New
guys
project.
Sneaking around, walking. What are you doing?
Walking quietly.
yeah. So I guess that technically means that we're all moving at half speed.
Yeah.
Sure. My 25 speed.
Nat 20.
Nice. Okay.
Bye. It was nice knowing you.
Poof.
That's not too bad. We're doing stealth. So
Oh, okay. We're gonna do it like that. That's a 16.
17.
That's a 16 stealth.
Okay. Yeah, you guys feel pretty confident that you are sneaky. I'm proud of yourselves. Good job, team.
Frick yeah.
Harold's pleased with you.
Harold doesn't count as a team member right now.
Roll stealth for Harold.
Harold is tucked in a bag.
That's a 2.
Good thing he's in a bag. And is an eyeball.
And can't make noise. What was that?
That was my attempt at just keeping an eye out for anybody up ahead. That's a 12.
Okay. You don't notice anybody. You don't notice any sounds or anything.
How is this as we descend, how does everything feel? Like the air, does it feel cooler? Does it feel warmer?
It feels kind of cool. It's nice.
Is it stale air?
It's a bit stale.
Okay.
There's probably not a ton of air circulation, but it's not too bad.
And there's still nothing growing on the walls.
Can I tell with the footprints? I'm guessing there are footprints. Can I tell what size of a person it is? Or can I tell if maybe it's a dwarf versus an elf versus a humanoid?
Yeah. Well, I guess in nature or for foot tracking. Foot tracking.
That is not bad. That is a 21. Yes.
Okay, so they're definitely larger feet, maybe a dragonborn, maybe half orc, maybe something bigger.
So, whoever has come down here is bigger than all of us. Present dragonborns excluded.
Can I try and examine the footprint a little bit further to see if I can't discern any more information from it?
I mean, if you want to, you can.
If I want to make that attempt. I got a 22. Nope.
No,
10.
there's nothing in the footprint that is, there's not made by half orcs on the shoe.
No Timberlands. Alright then.
Well,
No Nike marking.
Just do it.
I'm gonna roll a quick, nature just to see if I can kind of get a feel for the direction that we're going in. Nope. We're going down, I think.
You're going down, and this walking in circles has kind of disoriented you a little bit.
Throwing you for a loop, so to say.
Anyways.
fire.
So we continue to proceed.
Yeah, so you head on down. Eventually, you do notice that the pathway starts to open up, and you can see the doors are open into what looks like a very well-lit, large chamber.
Don't go into the chamber, first of all.
Duh.
Let's hang out at the edge. Do we hear anything?
I don't know.
Shall we roll a perception check?
That's a 7 for an 8.
18.
Oh, okay. 10.
I was
I
kind
got
of leading,
nothing.
so I'm going to say Ezekiel just kind of...
Yeah. So you hear badger breathing, and for a moment you think that that's somebody in the room.
Wait, no, never
And
mind.
you hear a faint plinking from your bag as you assume Harold is bopping against the glass.
Shut up, you stupid animal.
You hear nothing coming from the chamber.
Okay, just like peer in to see if there's...
You don't immediately see anybody in there.
Okay.
It's a big, wide open room.
Mm-hmm. And you said it was illuminated inside?
Mm-hmm.
Stash the torch as well.
Okay.
I think it's safe.
Don't rub up against that microphone.
Ezekiel's going to try and slip in unseen. Not as good. Stealth.
Why did you forget, Carolyn?
12.
Shit.
What?
I forgot I passed without a trace.
Okay, so you tiptoe into the room, and you're not as quiet as you were in the hallway, but it's a different flooring, and
Yeah.
it's not quite as you're like still sneaking for hallways, and
Mhm.
big room it's not working so well, but you
Yeah.
still feel like you're not doing bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do it. It's just me and you.
What does the room look like at this point?
So as you walk in, it's a big, wide room, and it's got sort of 6 distinct walls that you can make out that make up the shape of the room.
Okay.
In the center of the room, you notice that there is like a circle that's been sort of carved into the stone floor, and in the center of that is what looks like a well, maybe? It's a collection of, stone shaped into something that looks like a well.
I will attempt to sneak after him.
Okay.
Ezekiel just kind of leans into a visible area and just kind of waves everybody in.
Okay. So Badger, you sort of try and scramble after Zeke, and in your attempt to scramble after him, you actually trip and sort of just woof.
And I just freeze. I fall on the floor and I just freeze.
Ophelia seeing this shit show happen is not moving. I shouldn't say shit show, but still.
Okay. So you're just frozen on the floor.
For the moment, and I should have this open, but I don't.
So the shape of the room is just 6 walls in kind of a hexagonal shape with the well in the center. Is there another door?
It looks like
Anywhere
there
else?
is one of the walls sort of looks again like it has a hidden door in it that's slightly open.
Okay.
And you notice that as you're sort of looking around a little bit more, that the walls each have a different mural on them. What are you doing?
I turn into a cat.
Okay. So you kind of hit the ground and turn into a cat.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I proceed to run back towards Ophelia.
Okay. And as you are, skittering back away to Ophelia, you hear sort of a splashing sound from the well type thing in the center of the room.
Yeah. At that point, you said the other door was ajar?
Mm-hmm.
Zeke's gonna actually bolt for the opposite door and try and get through it real quick, or at least leave it partially open and kind of see what's about to pop out.
Okay, so you're going for the door. Okay, so in the door you actually you see another circle on the ground, and it's got runes and everything all around it, and it's slightly glowing. But it's a like a closet type room. So are you darting towards the well or to the door?
To the door.
Okay.
The idea is eventually to get through the door and hide.
Yeah, so that's what you see in through the other door. It's a fairly small, like, closet-sized room.
Well, slides into it and pulls it mostly shut behind it.
Okay. So what happens to your bag when you turn into an animal?
It just changes shape with you.
I think so. Let's see.
Okay,
Here.
that's what I thought.
When you are transformed, let's see. You can choose whether your equipment falls to the ground in your space, merges into your new form, or is worn by it. I would choose to have it merge.
Yeah. Okay. So you can still hear the sound of Harold clinking against the glass.
That's disconcerting, but okay.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how that works now that you've merged with your bag, but there we are.
Really, well, never mind. Never mind. Semantics.
So Zeke has darted into through a door.
And there's a cat currently, behind your ankles.
So I have
a little black cat.
I have a little black cat currently behind me. My other party member is across the room through a fucking door.
The door's still open.
That's open.
It's at that point it would be ajar, and you'd see Zeke kind of leaning out of it, just with a clearly observing the room to see what's about to happen.
Do I see the well that's in the middle of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see what the well is doing? Better question. How far away is the well from me?
Not very far, maybe.
Detect magic!
Okay, I knew that was coming. So there is a lot of divination magic in the well.
Alright, that's weird. I don't like it. Am I getting... Well, never mind. It wouldn't matter. Can I specifically tell what the magic is trying to do? Is it trying to keep something in?
Well, it's divination magic, so that would be scrying and future sight and that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's magic that helps you find stuff, mostly.
So, is it actively trying to search for something, or is it currently inert?
It's definitely active. You're not totally sure what it is doing, but it is definitely an active magic.
But there's nothing else in the room right now.
Nothing that's pinging. There's a slight ping behind the door where Zeke is, but the stone kind of is interfering with your ability to figure out exactly what that is. You kind of get a glimmer of it through the ajar door behind Zeke.
Okay, I'm going to look down at you in your cat form. Alright, so, 2 things. 1, I know you probably freaked out. 2, can I pick you up? My thought is this. I will pick you up. We will run across the room to go join Zeke. Yeah! The fuck? Somebody subscribed? Okay.
Scared the shit out of me. That was what the fuck was that?
The well
run
is
across
really
the
excited
room.
for that. Badger's super into that.
I will run across the room, and we will go join Zeke in this tiny closet. Or whatever the fuck he's in, I don't know. Are you okay with this? You have to count till the count of 5, because otherwise I'm going to just do it. 1, 2.
Jump up on your shoulder instead.
Alright then. I need you to be a scarf for me. Can you handle that?
I will skirt the backside of her shoulders and dig claws into your armor.
Okay.
Into your armor.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be an issue.
One would think.
Okay, and you're just bolting for it. You're not trying to be sneaky.
Rethinking the whole thing. Yes.
Let me reevaluate this plan that I just initiated. Shit.
I mean, we are going to definitely vote for it regardless. It's just a matter of how stealthy can we be as we bolt. Can you still cast spells while you're a cat? No, you can't. Okay.
And that's like
Yeah.
12
I
or
don't have
something.
lips.
Can't
I
do
mean, you
that.
technically have lips, you just
You
can't
just-
articulate.
Was that offensive to you?
I hope it was, Kamala, because you'll be in a jerk tonight.
Alright.
As if that's different from any
Every
other.
other night in existence.
No, I am not stealthy as I bolt.
Don't forget there are fate dice. if
There
you
are
want
fate
to.
dice, and I'm not giving them to you.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Okay, it got a 5, so that's okay. So yeah, as you're sort of bolting across the room, the weight distribution of the cat is making things a little bit weird because you're trying to keep your balance on her shoulders. It's just making the whole experience very weird and not at all graceful in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
At some point, like, as Ophelia starts moving and feels the weight distribution be all weird, she's gonna, like, reach back and sort of, like, clamp down tight onto the cat, onto poor Badger, and just sort of, like, squeeze.
How much room is there in this closet? Is it enough to accommodate 2 people?
It'll be tight.
You just see a look of like saddened horror as he realizes what is happening.
So yeah, as you are sprinting by, you do notice there's definitely several somethings floating in this well and moving around.
Okay.
As you dart by and sort of smush into Zeke.
Hi, I hope you don't mind me being here.
Why?
You alright? Stop.
Bats at your hand. No claws, just bats.
You're perfectly fine. I'm gonna scratch that spot right between your shoulders that you can't reach to. Yeah. Anyways.
Don't mop at me.
Don't murder me, you little shit. Come here.
Zeke shifts around to try and resume his sort of post of peering out into the room to see what's going on.
So how's detect magic doing in here?
So the sort of glowing circle that is behind Zeke, it definitely seems like a teleportation circle to you.
I don't like that.
You're just gonna,
That
what are you
on the
doing?
wall.
Gonna come around the front side, apparently.
Boobs!
This is why we don't usually have the cats out.
She's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
I would like to keep my collarbones not bloodied.
The last thing we need is cat scratch fever.
Anyway,
Actual disease. You're welcome,
It
Internet.
is. I had it when I was younger.
So anyways, the whole point is, I don't like that because that's a teleportation circle.
can I get us out of here?
Don't know how to activate it. Can I figure out how to activate it?
It'd probably take you a couple of minutes, but you think you probably could.
That require a roll.
Can I jump down and like sniff at the runes or like bap at the runes?
You certainly can.
Please
It's
don't.
adorable.
I imagine it's somewhat like Harley shape in structure because I imagine a slightly stouter cat.
No, not
You're fired.
gel.
Munchkin cat.
Yes.
Maybe not that
Tiny legs. But yeah, it's adorable as you bap at the runes. It's just so cute. It's kind of distracting.
I got a 14 Arcana check.
Okay, you're sort of starting to piece it together. It's gonna take you some time though.
This is a little bit more complicated than what I'm used to, but I could potentially use it.
Hi, baby. I know. I will feed you. I promise.
No, you won't, you liar. I starved to death.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You're welcome, Internet. She's the most adorable shoulder cat you shall ever see.
If there is no one else in this room, we can either get out of the closet, and I can work, or we can just stay in this closet and be uncomfortable for however long this takes me.
I don't know. You ran past that. Did you see anything in the well?
It was definitely bubbling, and there were, quote, from the DM, some things floating around.
Would
in there.
I have had a better glimpse of it? Since I wasn't actually running, I was just kind of hanging on for dear life.
And being squeezed.
Roll
Squish
me a
it.
retroactive perception.
Roll me a
Alright.
retroactive perception check.
Whatever. Fuck the rules. They're
Nope.
more like guidelines.
Nope.
Know what you get.
They're more
Use
like
a fate
guidelines.
dice.
No!
I don't know that. I mean, that's a natural one. You can't like.
I can do whatever I want.
I mean, yes, you can. You're the DM, but
What are you doing? You're gonna fall, you nerd.
Right into the bucket of toys.
What a way to go. What are you doing?
Whatever
loving
you want.
on your shoulder.
My chin can only support your butt for so long.
So, but yeah, I think at that point Ezekiel is going to vote to just stay in the closet where he knows it's safe.
Do you want me to go out and inspect the pool?
Not really. I want to leave.
Can I
Problem.
tiptoe past them
Yeah.
to?
You can go. You can do whatever
I
you
will
want.
unsquish the
You're your own
unsquish.
cat.
I jump down.
Okay.
You're a strong, independent cat.
We don't need
Don't
no
need
humans.
no humans.
Yes, you do, because you don't have thumbs.
Okay, so it's a stealth. So it's on based on dex.
You're being
Dex
too
is
cute.
higher.
You're killing me. Stop it.
So I will try and stealth out
Okay.
and do an inspection of the area.
Okay.
Please don't fuck me. You sort of fuck me. That is a 4.
Okay. You are out there and you're so happy you're just kind of like,
Chirp, 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 chirp. Oh my god, could you be any louder? I don't know if I can hear you.
but yeah, there's still noise
That's
from the pool,
sarcasm.
but nothing happens to you. Okay. You're
Can I gingerly stand up on my hind legs and like peer? Like, how tall is this lip into the pool?
It's probably about the dining room table height.
Okay, so I would not be able to reach and look. I'd have to jump on it. Gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna jump up.
Okay.
Can you keep an eye on our cat, please?
Zeke starts sliding into the room gingerly as he can.
I am jumping up with being prepared to
16 for
quickly
stealth.
jump away if need to.
Okay. So as you jump up, it looks like at first you're kind of confused because it looks like there's just like maybe 6 rocks floating.
Okay.
Gotta rub her face on other things.
Not distracting at all.
They don't seem to be coming for me, so I'll kind of like,
You're gonna bap a rock.
no.
Are you an actual like munchkin cat though?
No.
Okay.
Like I said,
She's like a Harley cat.
I'm a Harley cat,
Okay.
except all black. I will like wander around the pool,
Okay.
debating. My tiny cat brain.
Okay. So as you're sort of wandering around, eventually you kind of catch one of the stones sort of floats and turns over, and you actually find yourself looking into an eye, staring back at you. And then the others all do the same, and now you have 6 eyes staring at you.
Hey, jump down. I am on the ground. Like, squished up against the like the stone, like, oh shit, that's not good. I don't know why, but it's not.
20 Arcana.
Okay, you definitely feel like you're making progress.
Can I at this point I can't figure out where this teleportation circle goes.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You think you can activate it, but you're not 100%
But
sure
beyond that.
where it's going to send you.
Okay. Gonna keep working.
Ezekiel stops moving forward once he sees the cat jump down, and he's just like ready to bolt in either direction as needs be.
What are you doing, kitty cat?
Waiting to see if anything else happens.
You hear some more like splashing and moving around, and Harold going a little bit crazy in your bag, but nothing comes after you. Nothing comes from the pool.
Are there other doors here, or is
Not that you see. That was the one that was ajar.
Can I make a perception check to see if there are other doors?
Yeah. Kitty cat, looking around at the world.
Fucking A.
19 Arcana.
Okay, you feel like you're getting close.
Can I take a moment to like look at the tapestry or the murals that
Yeah.
were around the room?
Okay, yeah. What'd you get?
7.
Okay. You are kind of freaked out by all these eyes staring at you, and your bag sort of tinking against your body is weird sensation. So you're a little distracted, and you notice you kind of get a little discombobulated, and you notice the door you came from, and think it's new for a split second before being like, "Been there?" No. Okay. So you look around, and each of the 6 walls sort of have slightly different murals on them. The first one is, it's like a swampland, and you can see there are 4 figures on a boat looking out over the lands. The one that has the door that you came from it pretty clearly looks like the Ashwoods and Ashbury burning on that one, and that's the door sort of open where Ashbury is in the mural. There's another one that is a wintry mountain scene. There's snow and ice everywhere. You kind of feel cold just looking at it. The next one is, it's at first you think it's just a black door with like a red circle on it, and then as you look a little closer, you can see that it is a red sun or a red moon rippling on dark water. The next one is what looks to be somewhere deep, deep underwater. It's a dark blue. At first you think there's just lots of bubbles everywhere, but then you start to realize that it's a bunch of white eyes. And the last one is there's a high, high cliff, and on top of that there's just an enormous figure looking back towards you.
Mm-hmm. Like, what type of silhouette are we talking here?
It's a humanoid-esque one. It kind of maybe trollish.
Okay. Which mural is our door inside of?
The fire.
The one that we just came from, or which one?
The one
which
that
door
you're going into.
Okay.
The one that the door was open in and that you're working on.
Okay.
I will.
Now you assholes want to roll well.
You've been rolling well. Don't be mean to your dice.
They try to please you, and all you do is complain.
You're right.
Excuse me.
That's a 21 Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty confident you've got it.
Alright. Do I need to... So at this point I could activate the teleportation circle?
Yep.
Okay. I will not do that.
Okay.
And I will instead peer out and see what everyone else is doing.
Okay.
Currently, there's a cat against some stonework, looking
Yeah.
very freaked out, kind of
The
puffed.
cat's a little puffy.
Okay, we have a puffy cat. We have a puffy monk. One's puffed up, one's lying flat, standing weird. I don't know. How
Zeke
are
is
you
basically kind of making sure that he's not sort of in sightline of the interior of the well.
Okay.
But otherwise is just taking everything in, but standing sort of at the ready.
Okay.
Depending on how long it takes, he would go to one of the walls, probably the one with the big imposing figure,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just check and see if there's another doorway there.
Okay, I'll say you can take 10 and do that while she's
While I'm doing my thing.
doing that,
Okay.
because that'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You don't notice any seams or any door hidden
Okay.
in that one. And you're pretty confident you searched it fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
When I see him do that, I'll walk to, I guess, the door. I'll say the wintry scene, and I'll see.
Bat at it.
Well, I was thinking maybe I could see if there's like a seam at the
Okay.
at the ground where maybe a
Sniff.
cat paw can fit under.
Yeah, like when you try to go to the bathroom by yourself and suddenly, hello, why have you left me? Okay, so you
It
kind
sounds
of,
like you have experience with that.
I know, crazy. So yeah, you kind of bap around at the bottom of it and try and find somewhere for your little paws to go, but you can't find any give. There's nowhere for your paw to sort of fit.
Is there anything that looks like a seam, or is it just stone?
No, it looks like it's just stone.
Hmm. I will turn back into a dwarf. But I'm staying very low to the ground. lower than normal.
Alright, so now now our cat is back to dwarf, okay.
In human form, don't lick the pole. That's weird.
Talking to cats, y'all.
Sorry.
That's a clip.
So anyway, back in human form.
Yeah,
don't
back
lick
to
the pole.
yeah. So what is Badger doing that is not licking a pole?
Not licking a pole. Now that I'm me again, can I determine if there's a door at this wall or?
Yeah. You're pretty. You don't see any sign of another door.
Okay, so it wasn't just my perception as a cat. Okay, wanted to make sure on that one.
Yeah. No, you were trying to shove your paws through gaps or any sort, and you didn't find any with your little toe beans.
I will move to another wall and go to then do that.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, while she's doing that, you guys.
Once Zeke realizes that Ophelia is done and watching, it's like, are we good to go? Can we leave?
So here's the thing. If I activate this, I don't know where it's going to take us. It could take us straight into more danger, so out of not a fire and into an actual bonfire or enemies or people that could kill us. Or it could teleport us to the Nine Hells. It could take us literally anywhere. I cannot figure that part out. So I don't guarantee this is safe, and I don't recommend we do this.
Not a single flipping thing that we've done since we got here has been safe.
You're right, it hasn't, but I'm not... There's a lot of things in the world that I'm willing to do, but I am not exactly comfortable with the idea of hopping through a teleportation circle that someone else has set up that I don't know where it's going to take us.
This might be our best lead to get to the root of all of this.
It might be. Anyways, hold on. Detect magic again.
Nothing's changed.
One moment, please. I'm just gonna fucking walk out. And take a good look at the room. And do I see all 6 of the murals? You said there's one with 6 eyes on it?
There's one. The deep water one has. You're not sure how many eyes, but there's a bunch of eyes.
I'm gonna walk over to the well.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of, again, you said it's divination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They are all staring at you super intently.
How uncomfortable do I feel?
Roll a wisdom save.
God, that's awful. That's a 9.
You are petrified. You're terrified, and immediately want to get away from these.
Nope. Walk away. As much as I don't like this well, and as much as I don't like these things, I am ready to leave, and I'm ready to walk out of here. I'm not willing to go through that circle, though. I understand that you want to get out of here, but again, if it's something that I haven't set up and I don't know where the end point is, I am not 100% comfortable with just hopping on through. We can go through, but again, I don't know where it's going to take us.
Sorry, I'm trying to reconcile the fact that you're cautious about this teleportation circle, but not about walking up to the thing that we still don't know what's actually in there.
It's divination magic and just eyes, it's fine. Mostly. I mean, it's terrifying to look at, but it's divination magic. So meaning it's someone using it to look at stuff, either in this room or somewhere else. Anyways, I am ready to walk out of here. If you're ready to walk out of here.
I'm gonna pull out the eyeball.
Okay.
It's been plinking around, so is it like actively just like going crazy?
He's like bapping towards the well.
Whack, 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 whack. If you would just like to chuck him in and let him set Harold free with the other Harolds, that would be fine.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Shoves it back in the pack.
No, Harold, we're not going to set you free to be with your potential siblings. It's fine. Anyways, if you would like to go through this teleportation circle, I will follow you, but I am not comfortable with doing it.
Oh, looking at me now.
Badger's just like, da, da, da. All eyes on me.
Harold, wait.
Hold on, there's other people in this party.
There are more eyes than Harold.
So here's the deal with the teleportation circle.
I heard you like the first 400 times.
Are you sure? Because I can reiterate it again.
Nah, I'd rather you not.
Alright then.
much as I hate fucking magic.
You say as a druid who can cast spells. Oh right, that's rude. Stop. Don't be
That's
mean if
natural magic, thank you.
you- Don't be mean if you.
Ezekiel flips a coin. I think we should go through the portal. That's me.
I agree with Ezekiel.
Alright, I will activate this portal. And good luck and Godspeed to all of us. If we die, it was nice knowing all of you.
Now we'll probably just show up again.
One would hope.
At least we know where we were. Where we
See
came
you
from.
at the boathouse in the worst case scenario.
Okay.
I will activate the
I
teleportation
mean,
circle.
at least maybe this time I'll actually. Well, no, I recognize your faces. Never mind. Let's keep going.
One would hope.
So you activate the teleportation circle.
Yep.
You all step into it.
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna end. I don't know where we're going. Fuck. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of tonight's game. So I'm gonna reiterate our announcements.
Teleportation. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
So tonight is our last Friday night River of Tueriesal game. So next week we will continue this and figure out where they've teleported to on Sunday the 23rd. We'll be starting between 10 and 11. We've got to work out the kinks and sort out people's schedules and everything still. But it's happening for sure. Carolyn, who plays Badger, will be doing our DM chats next week talking about building dungeons, so that should be super helpful for everybody. And then on the 22nd, Susie, our lovely Ophelia, will be sitting in the Game Master chair and running us through the Curse of Strahd's murder house. So we'll see how many of us get through that and how that goes. But yeah, so that's tonight's game. So thank you all for sticking with us. I know we ran a little bit longer than usual tonight, but there was heralds to happen. So
Bless Harold. Best new party member. Doesn't talk.
so yeah, we will see you all next week. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday will be our schedule going forward. So check us out. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, we're Roll for Trouble on all social media channels. And if you have any recommendations for spooky games you would like us to play for October, send them our way. We'd really love to show some love to some one-shot writers or some, there's amazing campaigns out there that maybe don't get the love they deserve. So send them our way, and we will see you all on Wednesday for DM chats. So, good night, Internet!
Good night.
Night.